Hello and welcome to the News by Standards. A woman with terminal cancer who decided to throw a party rather than have a funeral said she had the best night of her life. Linda Williams, aged 76 from High Wycombe, hates funerals and wanted to be able to dance the night away with her friends instead. After being diagnosed with terminal cancer a year ago, she started organising the party. "I had an absolute blast," the former Tai Chi instructor said. "I've never been to a good funeral, they're miserable things, so I decided I wanted a celebration of my life. I nearly died 2 weeks before it, so I had a cardboard cutout made just in case, but I was able to be there with all my friends." Miss Williams has always loved Spitfires. Her parents were both in the RAF and she grew up near the base in Walters Ash, where she used to see the planes flying over her house. She started writing a bucket list when she was diagnosed, and number one was a flight in a Spitfire. "It was absolutely crazy, fantastic and more than I ever wished for," and her son followed behind in a chaser plane. Next up was the 1940s themed party, which was held in October, that featured 6 performances, a raffle, a Union Jack cake and spam sandwiches. "I themed my party around the Battle of Britain, which felt perfect because the 1940s were all about pulling together when you have nothing and sacrificing to keep your freedom." She dressed as a Spitfire pilot and wore a parachute tied to her back as if she had just jumped out the plane. The 124 guests had to use the code word Enigma to gain entry to the party. However, Miss Williams nearly did not make the big event after her health deteriorated. "I very nearly died just before it, but I thought I'm going to absolutely get there. I just decided I would go for it and everybody had a phenomenal time. I was so excited I got there at 6 p.m. It didn't kick off until 7:30. My legs were swollen, but I still managed to dance all night and I had lots of lovely cuddles. I didn't leave until 1 in the morning. I was high on adrenaline and I slept for nearly 2 days after." Miss Williams said she was so grateful to her friends for organising the party. She met many of them at a Lindy Hop dance class she started attending at the age of 69. One of them, Joe Oxlade, said it was fantastic to be involved in planning such a unique celebration. "Linda was very clear with us from the start that this party would go ahead whether she was here or not. She said, if I'm there on the night, I want this song, but if I have died, I want a different song. So we had very clear instructions. She is just an amazing and inspiring person. We are very lucky to have been friends with her." A few months ago, Miss Williams decided she had had enough of hospitals and made the decision to be cared for at home by nurses from the charity Rennie Grove Hospice Care. Miss Williams credits her wonderful nurses with keeping her alive long enough to attend the party. "They saved my life on that occasion, which meant I could attend my own party celebrating friendship, camaraderie, and the joy of dance." Fiona O'Neill, a senior hospice at home nurse, said, "Lynn is such a fighter. She made sure that she pulled through and made it to her party. She always sees the positive in life and is a real pleasure to care for."